Our names, I'm Raul Morales with Sig Sauer. I work on the Defense Strategies Group side. So I do Fed, Gov, Mail, and nuclear and private security for them on sales. This is Doug. He's with the Academy. Doug is going to go through the MCX Virtus with you and the 320X5. All this stuff you'll be able to shoot tomorrow. And turn it over to Doug. Let him do what he does.
So we talked about the Virtus first off. This is kind of essentially the Gen 2, if you want to call it that, of the MCX platform. So the beauty of the MCX is going to be the modularity of the platform. Currently it's available to be converted between 5.56 and 300 blackout in a whole host of different configurations of barrel lengths. At its heart, one of the easiest things we have is the handguard, the removable and modular handguard. All you have to do is punch out the pivot pin, and they're good. They're tight when they're new. The entire handguard just pops right off. Okay? So you can easily swap this out depending on what kind of configuration you're running. If you want to swap between suppressed, unsuppressed, they have handguard options that can match up. If you were running, say, an 11.5 inch 5.56 barrel on this, you could get a handguard that's going to match up exactly with that 11.5 inch length. Or they also have an extended and enlarged version that'll override and overlap your suppressor mount. So you'll be able to run it so that it would extend out over and past the suppressor itself. The barrel itself is easily removable. It's held in place with two T27 torque screws. So all you have to do is loosen those two screws, and then this entire barrel assembly just pops right out. You can then go ahead and mount, change calibers, change barrel length, what have you. It just reinserts right back in there. It's self-indexing. Torque those two screws back down, and the gun's ready to go. That's no head space. So the handguard itself, if you can see here, there are two different ports on there. So depending on which barrel configuration you're running with the handguard, you can access the adjustable gas valve through either port there. Okay. The operating system itself, what allows for the collapsible side fold stock. They went ahead and they moved all the operating system up into the upper receiver. The latest generations now are coming, the recoil assembly ships as a unit. Okay. The durability features they built in at the back end of the upper receiver, where charging handles normally lock in, instead of being straight machined aluminum, they've actually went and inserted roll pins so that the charging handle actually locks on to the steel roll pins, just to increase that durability so you don't have that wear on the locking surfaces there. Third, between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 was the firing pin lock. The original versions had a free float firing pin, much like all the other AR and M16 platforms out there. But they went ahead and they engineered in a firing pin lock. You can kind of see it in here, in between the recoil springs. So as the hammer comes forward, it actually lifts that lock up out of the way and allows the firing pin to go forward. So now with this, where normally when you chamber around your standard AR type platforms, eject that round without firing it, you often see that dimple, that slight impact dimple on the primer. You don't get that anymore with this. They went and they changed a little bit of the geometry on the locking lugs. So now a Gen 1 barrel and a Gen 2 bolt will not interface. Stocks, there's a variety of stocks available. The original guns shipped with the wireframe, non-adjustable, strictly the side fold. But because of consumer demand, now the current ones all ship standard with the folding and adjusting butt stock. This is the standard 3-prong flash hider, comes with the system. Another interesting feature of the MCX is the barrel is cut with a taper. Instead of the 90-degree shoulder you have behind the threads, the SIG barrels on the MCXs are cut with a taper so that when you're using the SIG brand direct thread suppressors, you're getting a more concentric arrangement there. If you wanted to use a non-SIG brand flash hider, suppressor mount, what have you, each new barrel, each gun comes with a little adapter, so it's cut that 30-degree taper on the inside. So you would take that off, slip that new one on there, and then that's going to give you that traditional 90-degree shoulder that other makers would require for their lock system. They ship from the factory with ambi mag release and ambi selector. The new versions match the Virtus. They're shipping from the factory with Sig's Matchlight Duo trigger. All right, so if we now turn our attention to our 320 platform, the pistols we have here for the event are our 320X5. This is the top of the line of the 320 platform, designed as a competition-ready firearm. Adjustable sights, fiber optic front, comes with the factory flared and removable magwell. The grip differs slightly from a standard 320 grip, just in its profile. It has an extended beaver tail on it. It eliminates the thumb grooves on the standard models. Also comes standard with the flat face trigger, but it still retains the complete modularity of the rest of the 320 line. You can completely take this down and take the frame, the fire control unit, the serialized part, and swap it from one configuration to the other. So to do that, you have to remove your magazine. One of the internal safety features built into the 320 is there is a safety lock, so that if you still have a magazine inserted, the takedown lever is blocked from being able to rotate. Okay, so it forces you to make sure that your magazine is removed before you can rotate that takedown lever in order to get the slide come off. No manipulation of the trigger required. So once you get to that part, once you have your slide taken off, if you remove your takedown lever, twist and pull out the left-hand side. At this point now, you'll be able to take the frame, the serialized part, lift it up out of the plastic grip frame. Okay. This is essentially a disposable part. So another feature built into the 320X5 and 320X Carry, the slide is machined with a removable plate that contains your rear sight. So you could back out 2 X-head screws. This entire plate comes off, and it's pre-machined to allow you to drop in a Sig Romeo 1 red dot optic and screw that right down to the slide. Comes shipped from the factory with 3 21-round mags. Newer generations of magazines will allow the standard, like the 17-round magazines, to function in this with the magwell removed. The one difference between this 320X5 and all the other guns, this particular model comes with a heavy barrel, so you would not, and it's extended. This is a true 5-inch barrel on this gun, versus the standard full-size guns come with a 4.7, so you wouldn't be able to interchange just because of the heavier profile of this barrel. You wouldn't be able to interchange. All right, so if I don't have any other questions from the crowd, feel free.
I got you more ammo. So, with your right hand, okay, so I don't set that up in there, give it a tug. Go back and get more mags. Now, with your firing hand, your left hand, go ahead and grab the top of the mag, the bolt catch up, the oval button. Fix. All right. Taking a video for me? That? Take your stock, plant it firmly in your shoulder. What? Using the fingers of your firing hand. How many bullets are in this fucking thing?
21, baby.
And firmly pull back into your shoulder. Flip the safety.